Hey guys, Chelsea here. Now, in this video, I'm going to be looking at every GTA DLC. Now, this is all of GTA Online DLCs, as you can see here, there's a lot of them. Now, this one is actually missing something, which is the LTS update, Last Team Standing update, which was in between Flight School and Festive Surprise. If you don't know, that one added in the heavy shotgun and all of that. I'll probably talk about it around this update. Um, Yeah, let's begin. Let's start with Beach Bum. Now, Beach Bum really did not add much to the game. I'm putting it at E. Now, on the content it added, it's an F tier, but I'm giving it a tiny bit of slack. I'm giving these early ones, around up until the Heist update. I'm giving them all a little bit of slack because these were early updates. Okay, this was. Again, this was 2013. This was when the game was being released. And, all of these were 2014. So, yeah, I mean, I remember when all of these came out. So, fuck it. That was a long time ago. I feel old. Yeah. If you don't know, it only added in, like, a knife. I can't remember which one it added. It added, like, it wasn't the dagger. The antique dagger. Oh, no, it was the broken bottle. That's what it added. It added in the broken bottle. And it added the the SNS pistol. I think it was. It was one of the pistols. It wasn't a good one. After that, it is Saint Valentine's Day. I'm gonna put this one on D because the sweep was actually pretty good. But other than that, it wasn't really that. It wasn't that good of an update. Like again, it only added like one car, a bunch of clothes. But it did add in a pretty good weapon, so that's why it's on D. Next is the business update. Oh, business. This was basically... I would put this one on C on the premise that it added in a really good vehicle, which was the Zentorno, and that was it. Kind of like the sweeper here, but the Zentorno was actually really good. Like, this thing was overpowered, the Zentorno. If you remember the old days of the backwards Zentornos, you know exactly what I'm talking about. After that, High Life. I'm going to put High Life at D. Same reason for it had a really good, the bullpup, which is pretty good. But, I don't know. It wasn't good for me. It wasn't a good update in my opinion, but, yeah. For the I'm Not a Hipster update, I'm going to put that one at E tier. Because, it really wasn't much. It was the vintage pistol. Like, the only reason it saved... Actually, I'm breaking my rule. I'm putting it in an F tier. It was not a good update. It was a very bad... You had the dagger, the antique dagger, and the vintage pistol. That was it. That was it. It was just... It wasn't that good. Independence Day special. I'm going to put this at... I'm gonna put it at E. Weapons aren't that good, but it's a limited time update. Wasn't much content, but it was a bit of fun firing the firework launchers. For the flight school update, now the flight school update actually I'm gonna put it at F, and here's why. This thing was the kill blow. Like, I said it in my video when I was talking about Rooftop Rumble, but this was the kill blow to some of the best money-making methods in GTA Online. This was the kill blow that made the money-making methods like grinding Rooftop Rumble honestly much harder. It basically made the game more grindy, and it literally took until Heists to come out before the game got less grindy. Anyways, in between this, there was actually another update, which was Last Team Standing, which I'd probably put around C tier, maybe even hemorrhaging on B tier. The reason being was that while there wasn't much in the update, what it added were really good. Like, it had a really good bike, which I still use. It's very cheap as well. It's a pretty good, cheap bike. And it also added in the heavy shotgun and the marksman rifle, and I think if you've played this GTA, you know how powerful those are. Festive Surprise. I'm gonna put Festive Surprise on D again because I it's the Festive Surprise wasn't too bad, but I don't know. It just didn't really have the bazing like didn't really have like, I mean, yeah, it was cool. It was cool first time around because this was the first big winter event in the game, but I don't know. It was only around for a limited time, so now we're getting to the big one, Heists. Easy S tier. Heists changed GTA Online forever. Gone were the days where you had to grind rooftop rumbles. Now you are grinding out Pacific Standard jobs. I don't know. I mean, it was really good because of what it influenced later. It influenced, it added, you know, if it wasn't for this, we wouldn't have got the Doomsday heist. We wouldn't have got the casino heist. We wouldn't have got the Kaya Perico heist. More on those later. Ill-Gotten Gains. I didn't really like Ill-Gotten Gains. It added in the Swift a lot. I'm gonna put it on D because given that it was out after Heist, people were expecting more from it. I think the only thing it added was the waste of money known as the deluxe models for the Swift and the Luxor, which were just I generally did not like them. Ill-Gotten Gains Part 2. If I remember correctly, this was the one that added the yacht. So it was basically the exact same update. I generally cannot remember these updates much, but man, they weren't that good. This was the free mode events update. Personally, I think they're on E, actually. Because they haven't aged at all. They haven't aged well at all. If you don't know, the free mode events, they were, back in the day, the free mode events video, blow up an armoured car or, blow up an armoured truck to get the money out the back. Shoot down planes for Trevor. Assassinate people for Lester. Or steal a car, blow up a car for Jared. But after this, it got rid of them and replaced them with really bad ones. I mean, keep some of the... If it had kept the older ones and added... I probably would have put this on C, but because it got rid of the old ones, which were really good, by the way. The old... If you don't know how good the old updates were, we can't play them anymore, but... If you have no idea, ask someone who was there, and you'd... Especially the people who'd been in those lobbies, because... When you saw an armoured truck appear on the map, it was literally a race to see who could get there first. It was great. Lowriders. Bad quest line, and I don't care about crappy muscle cars. Easy F. For Halloween. Halloween. Just a nut. It was just a nut. I'd actually put this on E. Because at least they would try something with this, with the holiday theme. But it really did not work at all. And yeah. No other reasons to say. Executives and other criminals. I think this was a pretty good one because this added in the organisation to the game. This is what added organisation to the game, which was a really good update. It was a really must-needed change, in my opinion. If it wasn't for this, we wouldn't have had some great updates later would not have happened because of this. Same with Heists, but not as big as Heists, in my opinion. And I would say it led to an even better update, which I'll mention later, which expanded on it. So I'm pretty sure you all know what that one is if you're familiar with the game. Festive Surprise. I didn't like this one really. It's just a Festive Surprise, so I'm guessing it was just the exact same. It was just literally the exact same thing. Drop zones. Whatever this was a January surprise. Not really good. Valentine's. I'll put this in F because it's literally just this again. We literally got the exact same thing, just carbon copied. In fact, I'm gonna put this one even lower actually on E, but on the premise that yeah, it's recycled content, but come on, it's Christmas, so you can't hate it too much. Lowrider Customs. Same reasons for lowriders. I don't care. Ah, this is a good one. You know, further advancement in finance and felony. Easy S tier. Easy S tier. Very, just a great update. Oh, man. What an update that was. And generally, you know, it added in one of the most important buildings to the game, the office. It added in the import warehouses where you could go crates. It was the start for businesses, which would be expanded on in bikers, import export, gun running, smugglers run, and a lot later, and a few other later ones, and after hours as well. I think, yeah. Cutting stunts. I don't really care for racing, so, and I think most people don't care for racing. Yeah, not really much to say. Easy F tier. Bikers. Ooh. For bikers, I'm going to put this on A, actually, because the problem with bikers is you need people to help you with that. It's really cop-oriented, which is why I'm not a fan of it, but it's still really good. It's still a really good update. Import-export, again, A tier. Really, it's just Finance and Felony Part 2. Kind of like Ill-Gotten Gains Part 1 and Part 2. But, yeah, I mean, it's the same dude in all three of these. It's literally, you know, Executive and Other Criminals Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. That's literally all it is. And I would say, yeah, very good update, actually. Very solid one. That's another racing update. I can't remember which one that is, but it's another racing update. It's bad. Everyone knows it's bad. Let's move on. This is gun running. Now, gun running, I'm going to put gun running on B. The research mechanic is a pile of dog shit, which kind of ruined the update, I think. Because you had all of this cool stuff, you know, modifying your weapons, you know, modifying, you know, giving us shotgun explosive rounds, you know, or giving them dragon breath rounds, making explosive sniper rifles, you know, all of this cool stuff. Great. Where can I get it? Oh, you have to do this you got to do you got a 1 in 50 chance of getting it, which of course goes down the longer you pull into it, and it takes about 5 hours to get the bloody thing. Okay? And then you get another thing where you just be like, or you can just fast track it for like, I don't know, 200k or something like that per fast track. I don't even fast track. I literally just keep it going in the background because I just can't be bothered. It's a great way of making money though, but not as good as bikers. Like, it's better at making money solo than bikers, but bikers gets you more money because you can with bikers you can get 5 batches of money going basically, whereas with gun running you can only get 1. So with bikers you can go sell. You can basically stock a product, sell. You know, do the sell mission, go to another sell mission, stock product, sell, and keep doing that. And then by then, the first one's probably done by then, and then you can just keep doing it. If you have a friend, you know, and that's some good solo advice, by the way. On how to get money on bikers solo. Although that does require a lot of money, you know, a lot of money put in. Smugglers Run. I'm going to put Smugglers Run on B again. Actually, I'm going to put it on C. There's not really much to do on this because it's got a very weak... It's probably got the weakest business in the game. But it added in a lot of aircraft. And, of course, the bunker in itself is a pretty good thing if you get it in Zentorno. If you don't get it in Zentorno, just don't bother. Doomsday. I'm going to put Doomsday at B. Really good heists, but man, some of the setups are annoying, and the fact you've got to do them every time. And personally, for me, they're just a one and done. I think they're just going to be a one and done for me. So, yeah, like they definitely improved the heists a lot in later updates, which is why like it's an improvement over heists. But with Heist, that was the trailblazer and showed what GTA could be. GTA Online could be. Obviously, Doomsday heists, of course, are harder and they do give a lot more money. But you cannot deny how good heists were. How important the heist update was, which is why it's S tier. It was the easiest one to put in S tier. Like I would say this is the most important update in GTA Online. Like, every other update, like, if you say what was the best update, it has to be the heists because of that. Oh, boy. Stunts. Whatever. The stunt one. God, do I even need to say any more? It's another car update. The After Hours. I'll put in After Hours. I'm going to put it on B. Yeah, I'm going to put it on B. That sounds like a good spot for After Hours. It gave us the nightclub, which is one of the best businesses in the game. It's probably the best business in the game, actually, in terms of making money. It is the ultimate passive money making business. I've generally been neglecting the nightclub for a long time, and I've already made $1 million from it. And that's from not even taking it seriously half the time. I've actually started taking it seriously now, and I've got a sell bar which is like $1 million at the moment. So, yeah, and that's basically doing fuck all work with it. Next is Arena War, easy F. I haven't even touched this. Like, I generally haven't even touched it. Everything else on this list, to an extent, I've had some experience with. The Arena Wars is just so forgettable, so out there. You don't even need anything. It's generally just dumb. Diamond Casino. I'm going to put Diamond Casino on C. Because it added in a few interesting things. Added the casino, obviously, which is a gift and a curse. But it did add in the Lucky Wheel, which has been it's basically free. That's basically just, you get free stuff. You also can get free money from that. And I think I said in my video when I was rating the best things to buy I bought on GTA, the membership for the casino was, I think it was like number 14. Was it 14 or 15? Either way, it was on one of them. But, yeah. Really good update. But it was a good update, but not as good as, say, like, After Hours. But a lot better than some other updates. Diamond Casino Heist. Now, this is controversial, but I'm going to put it on A. Because, don't get me wrong, it's a great heist. An improvement over Doomsday. However, I think for S tier has to be like it changed the game, basically. It changed how you play the game. So Heist, obviously, and Financing Felony, obviously, with the business. Heist, with the Heist. Financing Felony because of the businesses. I don't think Casino changed the game as much as them. It still did change it, as it gave us probably the most, at the time, the best, the best heist, and the most, replayable, and the most, user interactive heists. And the only heist outside of the main campaign that, gave us something, but I think, it just didn't do enough of a change. And you'll see what I mean later. Now, for this one, which was like Los Santos Summer, I'm actually going to put this on C for one reason. Business battles. These are generally some of the best this is probably the best free mode event they've ever added. Okay? This is the early game free mode events. When there's a business battle, it's chaos. And you're in a heavy, hectic lobby. It's chaos. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Because everyone's going for that. for those crates. But other than that, it was just a mediocre. Like, if it wasn't for that, it would be on F. But that one thing saved it. But yeah, Cairo Perico. I'm gonna put this on S. Now, I will say one thing before this. Now, the reason it's on S is because of the heist itself. The heist itself is an S tier heist. I said that in my when I said the things my buy guide, which I basically did. I said that the Kasaka submarine was number 1, and when I was making that list, the first thing that came into my mind was this is number 1. I mean, making millions has never been easier than with this update. Like I said, Heists gave us the heists, so that was influential. Finance and Felony gave us the businesses, which again, influential with other updates. Cairo Perico not only gave us the interactivity of Diamond Casino, but not only did it better, but also made it so it was solo, so you didn't have to share the profits. You don't have to share the profits, you can make more, you can do it on your own, so you don't have to deal with randoms. It is great. Honestly, this is the best heist update they've done. I'd say this is the best heist. It could, other than the heist update, this is the best one that they did out of the 3. So, I generally cannot wait to see what they will do next with heists. Like, they have to, if they can top Cairo Perico, I will be impressed. I will actually be impressed if they top Cairo Perico. LS Turners. Ooh. I'm going to put LS Turners on C. Now, the mod shop is an okay business, but it's not the best. Moody Man and Sasha, or whatever her name is, are annoying as fuck. But there is one thing this does which is really good, which is those contracts, which they are actually, they can get you a lot of money very quickly. Not as good as something like, say, Cairo Perico, but still up there. And they're a lot of fun to do, actually. They're actually quite a bit of fun to do. You know, they're really good to, you know, if you're sick of grinding out heists or businesses, honestly, get a mod shop and do some of the contracts. They're a lot of fun to do, and they're quite interesting. But they are nowhere near as good as the Dr. Dre contract. I'm sorry. Easy A tier. Honestly, out of all of these 5 updates here, this is the closest to an S tier, I'd say. Like, this is on like the cusp of S tier. Like, the you know, first off, Franklin's back, Dre's in the game, and there were so many great updates with it. You had the anti-lock-on jammer, which is awesome. You got a very awesome quest line with Dr. Dre, which is just so cool. The final mission, as well, it also pays you for quite a lot. Not as much as Cairo Perico, but man, that 1 million paycheck feels good. It feels good when you get that 1 million for helping Dr. Dre. Oh. As well as that, some of the side stuff as well, like the whole, doing the smoking with Lamar and Franklin, and then playing the game as Franklin or Lamar is awesome. I loved those missions. Those missions were awesome. But there was also, the contracts as well. The contracts as well. The additional, the agency as well. The agency I put as number 2 on my list. And I actually was originally going to do that list as a top 10, thinking, I'm probably not going to think anymore. But when I got the agency, I thought, yeah, I have to redo this list. And I decided to make it a top 15 just because of the agency. It is honestly such a great update. I also think they added in new songs as well to the game with the contract. So, hey, you get some new music as well. Yeah, that it was also on a really good station, West Coast Classics. Love that station. Anyways, I think that's it. So, I'm pretty sure I put Last Team Standing on C, so put C a little bit further here. So, like, there. But yeah, I'm going to end the video here. That's my opinion on the updates of GTA 5. As you can see, there's been a lot of bad ones, but some great ones sprinkled in. Most of these bad ones have been, you know, early updates, or they haven't really hit well. Especially, and some of these, you know, have just been disappointing updates. Or just not being my playstyles in the case of Lowriders. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Leave your thoughts in the comments. What's been your guys' favourite GTA update? How long have you guys been playing the game? What was your first update? My first one was around, I think it was around St. Valentine's Day special, or Massacre, whatever it was, to St. Valentine's Day. So, basically, second update was mine. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.